Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. It is I, Mr. Damarofi, and we are back with some more solo RPG goodness. Yes, and today I am recording this for the third time. Yes, so if you haven't seen my up-to-date update video on what's been happening with me lately, go and check it out and you'll be filled in. But long story short, all my PCs at home died. My laptop died, my desktop died. And so right now I'm only using my cell phone to record this, and basically that's how it's going to be for the next couple of weeks. But yeah, go and check out my update video and you'll be filled in. So what happened was I recorded the part of Ymyor's his first episode, the first episode for Ymyor on Cairn. And my desktop died, and everything was on my desktop, all the recordings, because I do use like 4 cameras sort of thing. I got a Nikon in front of me and my cell phone on one side, laptop on the other, and right up here another cell phone. And so all the videos were on the desktop to be edited, and my desktop died. And this morning I recorded the video again, so the outcome was different. And when I got home after lunch to edit the video, my laptop died. So yeah, happy days. So for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to just be using the cell phone and uploading it straight to YouTube. So there won't be any fancy zooming into the map or anything like that. And I'll see if I can get some music up or something like that. We'll see. Okay, so what has been happening? So we got Ymyor Tolman here. The only thing I did a bit, I gave him a background because I didn't have a background for him last time. So I rolled out a hunter. That was on the second video, which you won't see. But everything else is the same as the character creation. Okay, so no need to go through that. If you want to check it out, go check out the character creation for the Cairn character. Let's go. So what Ymyor has been doing is he left Alnor about 2 weeks prior, and he was making his way up to Arlcliff. So Arlcliff is the town that is built on the side of a cliff, on this little cliff here, where the whole town is dug out, sculpted out of the cliff side. There is scaffolding going all the way down to the sea level from the top of the cliff all the way down, and you can go into each level and you have sort of some establishments there, and the next level you have housing and stuff like that, all the way down to the sea level where you get the docks, warehouses and all of that stuff. Up top we have the town of Arlcliff. The whole cliff is Arlcliff, but it's a normal town. It's guarded by a wooden fence, high wooden fence with some guard towers on each side of the main entrance to the town. Arlcliff was a very big strategic point of interest in a long time ago wars. Okay, so Ymyor he made his way up, and he's around here more or less. He's maybe a day off from Arlcliff, and he's going through this forest here, and all of a sudden he hears a noise. It's the sun is setting, so the sun has already basically fallen behind the treetops. There is a bit of sunlight still, but it's that sort of dusk. It's at dusk, yeah, because I was thinking, what is it, dusk or dawn? It is dusk. So it's dusk, and Ymyor hears those sounds, and he looks into the forest edge, and he can see a pair of glowing eyes amongst the vegetation and the tree trunks. He keeps his hand goes straight to his axe, and he starts walking slowly, going down the road. So what we can do is, let's grab this. I have this here set up. So I was planning on getting like battle mats and stuff like that, but you know, now it's going to be very hard. So Ymir is walking down the road here, and around about here he hears the sound like, and he looks into this area here and he sees them, like you can see the eyes, the glowing eyes of something, and all of a sudden a big wolf jumps out at him into the middle of the road. So what we are going to do is we are going to get Cairn Bestiary. I should know this already by heart, because like it's the third time. So when I bought Cairn, I also picked up this from Amazon, and it's a fun little book. Like, yeah, a lot of good stuff in here. So we got the wolf. We have a wolf. So let's get the wolf's stats up and running. So let's get Wolfy Wolf. Got a wolf. He has 6 HP. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And his bite does a D8. You could probably see that already. I have those set up, because it is the third time I'm doing this. Damn it. Okay, I just painted my finger. Hopefully I'll pull that over here. You can see all of that. So we've got the wolf. Yes, 12 strength, 14 dexterity. I won't be using that for now. And let's go. So I'm going to be using 2 d20s. The red will be the wolf, the green will be Ymir. Is it? What is it? Ymir. Okay, Ymir. And so the one that gets the highest number will have initiative. And that will be the wolf. That was a 16 right here. So the wolf has initiative. So the wolf has a bite of D8. So let's roll for that. And he goes and gets a 2. So the wolf comes up and he jumps up at Ymir. And Ymir just like has only a second to like twist his body, and the fangs bite into his leg. So let me grab this right here. And so we got 4 HP. Got 4 HP. And so 2, that will be 2. He takes it down to 2. Okay. Try and get all this up here nice and pretty so you can see it all. Okay. And now let's do Ymir. Ymir takes his axe and slashes at the wolf and also does 2 damage to it. So 1, 2. So Ymir slashes at the wolf. The wolf skits around a bit, and the axe actually just slices a bit of its shoulder, front shoulder. Now let's go for, should we do initiative? Yeah, let's do initiative again. So red is wolf and green is Ymir. Ymir goes first this time. So he slashes again at the wolf and takes another 3 off him. Manages just to scrape. Why am I painting all my fingers? Oh my lord. He manages to slice and dice him a bit more. Now it's the wolf's turn, and the wolf does 2. Wow, that's a lot of 2s coming up today. And right now Ymir is at 0, so we're going to be starting taking points off his strength, and the wolf jumps up at him again and manages to bite right down into his left arm, Ymir's left arm. You go, oh, damn you dog. Let's roll for initiative, and 6 for the wolf, 8 for Ymir. So Ymir, let's do it, basically kills him because the wolf only has 1 more point of damage. And that is it for the wolf. and the wolf is no longer. Now, do we get experience points on this? I have no idea. Because like this is, although it's the third time I am recording this video, it is basically the first time I'm playing this game. So yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay, I'll see it next time. I'll have a look at it next time. So the wolf goes down, and Yimior, because he's a hunter, he knows his way around getting pelts off animals. With his axe, he just slices, and he manages to get the wolf's pelt. Throws it on his back, in his backpack. Let's do this. Wolf pelt. And he goes along, on his way to Arlcliff. So he has been bit by the wolf. So he is, okay, I'm just knocking everything, sorry about that. So he is a bit damaged, right? He is hurt. So he limps his way down to Arlcliff. And so he gets to a point where he's up on top of hills. So there's this hill, and it overlooks the town of Arlcliff, about like about an hour and a half away. And he can see the lights starting to pop up in the town, smoke rising from the chimneys, from inns and houses and stuff like that. And he continues limping his way down. He's bleeding a lot, and so he actually rips a bit of his shirt and tries to do a tie around his leg, putting pressure on the bite. So about an hour and a half later, because he is limping along, he gets to the wooden gates of Arlcliff, and he bangs on the wooden gates, and up top from the tower he hears this voice, "What do you want?" And he looks up, he goes, "Just a traveller. I'm in need of help. I was attacked by wolves." And the guard up top says, "Yeah, been having a problem with those guys around. So, but starting to get late, mate. We don't open the gates for anyone." And he goes, "But I'm wounded. I really do need help. I'll bleed out. I'll bleed out." And he just collapses. He falls onto the gate, and he's knocked out. So, about a couple of hours later, Arlcliff wakes up, and he's lying down in a bed with a sheet over him, and he pulls the sheet back, and he can see that his leg has been bandaged up. It's hurting a lot, and this young lady comes to him. "Oh, hello, welcome back. You were a bit banged up, weren't you?" And he looks at her and goes, Yeah, this wolf jumped me. Just bit out of town." She goes, Yeah. We've been having a lot of that lately. As you can see there, Mr. Johnson over there, he was coming from Alnor also, and his wagon was attacked also. We never had that trouble, only lately. Don't know why. And Yimior goes, "Yeah, well, the one that jumped me won't be hurting anyone anymore." She goes, Yes, the pelt is right over there with your belongings. So get some rest. I'll be back in a little while with some food for you. So get some rest. You won't be going anywhere." So she walks off, and he closes his eyes, and he's just thinking about random stuff. And all of a sudden, someone drops on by. So let's say So Ymir is here, and someone comes along beside his bed and looks over him. But Ymir has his eyes closed. But you know, when you have your eyes closed, you can sense that someone's looking at you or someone's next to you or something like that. And that's what he got. He can see. He had this feeling that someone was watching him. So he opens his eyes, and to his amazement, there's this big tiefling, full plate armor, hovering over him. And the tiefling looks at him and goes, "Hello, mate. Got a bit banged up, didn't you?" And Ymir looks at him and goes, yeah, a wolf jumped me, but he won't be jumping anyone else." "Oh, that's good then," the tiefling says to him. And Ymir looks at him and goes, "So, who are you? What do you want?" And the tiefling looks at him and says, "Well, my name is Dalius, and I'm in need of your assistance." And Ymir goes to me, "My assistance? What do you mean? Like, oh, I won't be assisting anyone. Look at my leg." And Dalius goes, "Don't worry about that. If you say yes, I'll fix you up right here, right now." And Ymir looks at him and goes, but say yes to what? Don't even know you. Where did you come from? Who are you?" And the tiefling bends over and whispers into Ymir's ear, "I come from the Black Flame Society, and we need your help. What do you say?" So let's see. Does Ymir know about the black labels? The black flame. Why do I keep saying black label? I need to get some Johnny Walker. The Black Flame Society. So does he know? Let's say, okay, 10 below. So as Cairn says, you roll a d20. So Cairn below, 20 below. Cairn says that 10 or less, it's a success. It hasn't been a good day. So 10 or less, and we'll say that Ymir knows about the Black Flame Society. We've got okay, he sure as hell does not know anything. So he got a nat 20, and Ymir looks in Black Flame Society. I've never heard of that. And the tiefling looks at him and goes, "Guess that's a good thing then. We don't like to be known too much. So how about it? You up for an adventure or what?" And Ymir goes, "But like I said, I got my legs all mangled up." And Dalius turns to him and says, "All you have to do is say yes." And so Ymir looks at him and goes, "Well, I guess so then. Yes, I'll do it." The tiefling goes into his pouch. He has his pouch on his belt, and he brings out this green stone. And he holds it, and he puts his hand and the green stone onto Ymir's leg where it was all mangled up, and he starts mumbling these words. Ymir can't quite hear them, and when he takes his hand away, the green stone has turned literally to black. And Ymir looks at his leg. He feels something strange. It feels like his leg, it doesn't hurt anymore. So he puts his hand to his leg, and nothing happens. He doesn't feel any pain. He rips open the bandages, and there was nothing there. Not a scar, nothing. And he just looks at the tiefling and goes, What did you do? How did you do that?" And the tiefling says to him, "It's simple, mate. Come meet me. Well, come meet us in Alnor, and everything will be explained. I'll see you there in about a week." And Dalius leaves Ymir. So Ymir is in bed, and he's like looking at his leg, completely amazed at his leg, that no wound, nothing. It was like nothing happened. And the nurse comes back and she looks at him and goes, what happened? What happened here? Oh my God, what? Your leg, it's healed. How did that happen? And Ymir looks at the door as he sees Dalius just move outside. And he goes, I have no idea. It was hurting, and all of a sudden I felt nothing, no pain. I took off the bandages and it's like this. So, I better be going then. And the nurse goes, but wait, you can't. And he just gets up, gathers his things, and heads out the door. He goes out into the town, and he went and sold off the wolf pelt. He went to a merchant and he sold off the wolf pelt. Let me see, is there anything here about selling items? Casting spells, relics, combat, scars, bestiary, creating monsters, 100 spells, the character sheet, and that's about it. So there is nothing here about selling stuff. Okay, so what I will do is I'll roll, okay, we'll say a D8. We'll roll a D8 and we'll see how many gold pieces he gets for the pelt. So he gets 6 gold pieces for the pelt. Gold pieces? No, I'll tell you what, he gets 6 silver pieces. 6 silver pieces for the pelt. It is a good quality pelt. He is also, his hit points are all back because he did rest up, and Dalius healed him with a healing stone. So I will be using a bit of Mage Hammer's Delves and Dangers mechanics in the game, especially the healing stones. That's something that he has in the game, and I will be using them around the whole of the characters. So Ymir, Saga, the Forgest Dungeon people, and also the Delves and Dangers people, they will all get eventually healing stones. Okay, so that's it. So he's all healed up, and he's healed up. He sold the wolf pelt, and he goes back to where he came from a couple of days ago, and he makes his way back to Alnor. And when he gets to Alnor, we shall see next time what happens. Okay, so I'll leave it here, and I'll see you all on the next episode. Okay, have a great one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.